Here is the dissection of my 1922 standard Ejecto. It really sucks that this toilet has to go, but as you can see here, the damage is very bad. Back in 2018 when I first found it, it had the spud and it was fully intact up here, but I just jiggled it a little bit and these pieces crumbled off. So if I tried screwing anything into that hole again, the rest of this would probably fall apart and I would never be able to flush it again. The only way I have been able to flush it is I just jam a pipe right there with a tank to bowl gasket around to keep the water from leaking out. Then I jam a paper towel in that hole, and even then it still leaks. So anyway, let's see what's inside this beauty. 100 years is a good long life for a toilet, if toilets can live. So it's always interesting to see what's inside them too. It definitely sounds and breaks differently than the more modern toilets, even some of the vintage ones. Sometimes with these really old ones, I'm able to separate them at the rim and we can all see what the rim jets look like. Kind of like that. So this has the slotted rim in the front, which is really interesting. And it's got some nice jets around the side too. There's the big one in place of the siphon jet. There was one I found where it was even glazed inside the rim. So I'm going to see what this looks like. But first I'm going to test the structural integrity of this. It had dirt all through there, which means that this part was the only part connecting it, and it was just cracked all the way through right there. Looks like the rest of it was pretty strong though, so I just wouldn't be able to hook up a seat again. But now I'm going to just see what's inside the rim. Rim is a pretty good thickness. I'm going to see if it's glazed or not. It actually looks like it is. As you can see, white. I'm going to scrub some of this dirt off of it, and I'm going to make a community post showing the glazed rim. But now let's look at the trapway. And there's the stamps. Here's the front of it. It's fully glazed, which is no surprise. It's even got a crack deep down in there. Trying to make one side of this come off. So this is really clean and really nice. I'm quite surprised actually. And there's the hole where it exits. Right in here. This is the top of the trap, and it's got a little hole in it right there where it looks like they drained the liquid out of this cavity right here. The trapway actually is really large, despite it only being like 2 inches from top to bottom, maybe 2.5. It's wide, and that makes it a really good performer. So I'm just going to break the rest of it away, since this is the last time you all are going to be seeing it. It's even pretty clean right there. I might have been able to do that with a cloth, but further down I couldn't reach. And And there's where they sort of glued it together. Might be able to break this away a little bit more. There's not really much to see in there besides that jet though. So yeah, it's a real shame this toilet had to go, but I mean, all good things come to an end, and 100 years is a really good lifespan for a toilet. If you enjoyed my videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video. This is the rim of my standard Ejecto. I cleaned some of the rust out, and as you can see, it is fully glazed. The inside of the rim is fully glazed. This really shows how much people cared about the quality of their work back in the 1920s. Even the underside is also glazed. So every part of this toilet that had water flow through it was fully glazed. The only part that isn't is the underside of the base, and it doesn't matter whether that's glazed or not.